sit back and get ready to enjoy a live show. Comment any questions, see what's up in our world of epic, and hear what we have in store. Welcome to Monster Monday. Hey everybody, welcome to Monster Monday. This is the Snaggletooth. So you get ready. Dylan's dressed like the lumberjack, but he looks good at least. So he's got that nice smile he's got. So I'm gonna give it a second to let people get on. I figured once everybody knew I did not get my tooth fixed, that Monday would be a pretty popular place because it's pretty entertaining when you listen to somebody talk like I do. So it's pretty good. Amy said to get my intro of just having a bunch of words I can't pronounce or say, a bunch of things that start with the TH, and really struggle through it. So I welcome everybody. Get ready for a fun show. I'm getting my tooth. I get my tooth fixed tomorrow. I kind of want to leave it because it's been so entertaining. My Facebook has not made me laugh out loud like that in a long time. So I really do dig that. So that is good. I got to read another screen. So Dylan, you'll be in charge of any of the comments. If you see something worth pulling up, you'll have to do that because I couldn't get my printer to work. So not only am I a total hillbilly, I couldn't get the printer to work either. So now I'm reading it off my other screen. So anyhow, it is Monday the 20th. The 20th. See, that's a good one to sound right there. I am packing for a road trip. I'm headed to Mississippi for Thanksgiving weekend. So I'm pretty excited about that. I got the whole family coming together. So we're going to rally up and meet in Mississippi, go to a football game down there, watch Ole Miss and Mississippi State play on Thursday. And I'm going to hang out down there, maybe do a little golfing. I'm going to do a little bit of everything but ride a motorcycle. I still have it pretty nice here, but I feel like my motorcycle's been put away. So that kind of sucks a little bit, but it is what it is. So, Dylan, what's new in your world?
Not much. Just getting ready for winter still. I've been cutting wood all weekend. We had a beautiful weekend up here. It's cold again now, but yeah, this weekend was really nice. So I should have gone for a ride myself, but I told myself I was done for the year, so the bike sat. So,
well, typically you are done, this time of year, but it's not too cold tonight because I did get a picture from Mandy that her and Chad are both out riding tonight. So they're out on the road, and they looked a little bundled up, but they were out doing it. So that's pretty good. But I appreciate you coming on tonight so you can translate for people and take over if it gets a little out of hand.
I think you're adapting pretty fast. So I'm thinking you probably sounded better yesterday.
Well, yesterday I was arguing with Amy, and I started arguing with her, and I told her I have to stop because there's not a chance in hell I'm winning an argument when I sound like this. She is not gonna let that go at all. So that's pretty good. But we have a couple guests coming on today, so I think I'm gonna bring them on, because I'm gonna skip right to that in Monster News. I had it more towards the end, but the last minute I changed ideas and decided to have somebody on because I want to talk about Hops Rally. So I thought to talk about it, I didn't do it, and so I thought to bring somebody on here who is good at talking. So welcome, Iceman, to the stage.
Someone who's good at talking. That's a low key jab at me, I think.
Yeah, he's good at talking. And prior to this show, I'm talking to Jason about some things we got coming up with the calendar, telling him how I changed the whole plan, and talking to him, and I'm telling him I still need something from him, and he has a deer in the headlights look, and it turns out that just because I have it in my head that I want him to send me something doesn't mean he just automatically gets it. So I don't know.
We're not at that level yet, man.
Yeah, I don't know where the failure of communication was because Chase got it to me. So I'm like, well, the kid is pretty responsible. He must get that from mom. And turns out that, I don't know, that I would guess that I didn't even have Jason on the text thread that I'm complaining to him about not responding to me about.
It's all right.
That's what happened.
But yeah, I'll get that to you.
Head injury. I'll say that my tooth, I was lost in terrible head injury, and that's my story. But anyhow, thanks for coming on. And why don't you give us a little rundown on that rally you would just participated in?
Man, that was a real blast for me. I attempted to do it last year, and it didn't work out for me. And I kind of just secretly been stewing on that because I don't like to not finish it. And I'm kind of competitive too, right? So I came home from that last time. I went through some storms and it shelled out I just wasn't prepared. The short, version, right? So I came home and I'd been buying shit all year, heated gear, rain gear, all the stuff, I was like, this problem will not happen to me again, ever, navigation. I got all kinds of stuff, and then so getting ready for the rally this year, I was like, I'm just gonna get in there. I'm gonna do it, And so I get the rally book, and I'm not trying to be that impatient guy, but I'm like, I'm waiting for Hop to send it out, and he likes to keep everybody on standby and waiting and shit. So that was kind of agitating, but get the rally book. I dive into it. And then had some customer stuff. Anyways, I drive out to Houston on Thursday evening. The rally starts Friday morning. And then there was like a pre-rally dinner or whatever. And so I went to that, and I was like, man, I don't mean to be rude, but I brought my computer, and I want to get back to getting into this route. And, I'm like, I'm super into, see, so like the first thing I did was I just looked to see how many points I could get, And so I was like, okay, if it's a 30-hour rally, I got a 6-hour mandatory sleep bonus. So I'm like, okay, that's 24 hours of riding. So I figured a ride that would take me about 24 and a half hours to ride. And so I was like, this is perfect. This will work, And anyways, I think I hit every dirt road that I put together, and I didn't realize it until I was going down all these dirt roads. And so I lost a little bit of time there. But the big time suck was there was 3 things that we had to go get. The water towers, you had to get a picture of a water tower. You had to get a picture of a waterfall, right? And there's lots of different ones. You choose and pick whatever. It's your own stuff. You just pick whatever you want, right? And then but the options were water tower, waterfall, and ride specific roads, right? So I put this route together that took me from Houston all the way up to close to Wichita Falls, over east of Dallas, and then back down. And and so I was ahead of schedule. I was doing good. I met up with James at like my 4th or 5th stop, and he goes, I was taking a picture, and he's like, hey, what about your helmet? And I'm like, what about it? And so he goes, you didn't open the envelope that Hop gave you right before you left, did you? And I was like, shit, no, where's my well, Hopper, as everybody's leaving, he gives everybody an envelope, and he says, don't open it till your first stop. Well, I forgot about it. So I get to my first stop, I take my picture, and my next 3 stops were roads. And then so the next stop, I see James, and he's like, nah, man, you got to open up that envelope. So I open the envelope, and it's more instructions on what to do. So the envelope says, hey, when you get to your rally stops, your bonus stops, you got to take your helmet off. It's got to be in the picture, and you can't be holding it. And so I was like, well, shit, I just blew my first stop. So anyways, so that it was just, it was a really fun deal. I liked, it was self-paced. You kind of do your own thing. So like I started out ahead of schedule. I started losing a little bit of time. And then, so like, then I start getting real, I'm reading the rules very specifically. Like, okay, last year there was a 1 hour or a 45-minute, you had to eat, you had to have a timestamp 45-minute meal break. That wasn't in the rules this year. So I was like, okay, all he's really wanting is a receipt. All right, I'm not going to eat. So I go to get my meal bonus. I walk in, I'm like, hey, I need a receipt. And he's like, what table were you at? I was like, dude, just give me give me a receipt for the last guy that was just here. Just give me a receipt. I gotta go. And so the guy I was like, charging me for something. Hell, give me an iced tea. Here's my credit card. Give me a damn receipt. I gotta go. So that was pretty funny. So I get the receipt, and I'm trying to make up time, right? So I burn out of there, and it's pissing down rain. It was like the radar was like dry and beautiful night of riding, and it was like I was just completely soaked. Me and Rongway were in the same part of the country or same part of the state. We were both the wettest in the driest forecast ever, right? So there was that, and I just kept losing just a little bit more time, going down these dirt roads. So whenever I'd get out of a stop, I would bring it up on my phone and reread the instructions to make sure that I wasn't screwing anything up. And it was like the later it got, the more shit I'd realized that I was going to screw up. So I was like, for example, like when you get on the roads, most of them to this point was you need to ride the road from A to B, and you can ride it in either direction. So, I'm skimming through shit. I'm like, okay, all right, I put my route together. Well, I get halfway through my route, and I'm like, oh, well, this road has to be rode in a certain direction. And of course, I've got it mapped the opposite way. So, like, Walla, you can see me going back and forth because I was like, oh, I got to go with this, and I got to start over here. I got to go back. So there was that. So I was losing a bit of time. And then the waterfalls. Oh, man. The waterfalls, there's a thing in the rally book, and he's like, it's a small hike. Right. And so I know that's going to be a long hike because that's how Hopper is. Right. So I'm like doing Google satellite imagery, trying to find out the picture. I'm looking at the picture that he provides, and I'm like, man, is it just dry here? Where the hell is this damn thing at? And I'm like, I'm walking all around here like an idiot. I'm in full gear, sweating my ass off, got my helmet on, got my selfie stick, I got my flag, I got my phone to take a picture. I got all this crap, and I'm walking through these woods and all these trails and shit like this. And I'm like, Hopper, you son of a bitch. You got me, man. You got me good. So, yeah, I had a couple of pictures that I was going to send, and I decided against it. And then on the last waterfall, I got lost in the damn woods. And so I just was like, just go with it. Right. So I had my phone, and I took a little video. I did a 360 pan, and I was like, if you're ever doing Hopper's Rally, be sure to bring the breadcrumbs. I didn't know where the hell I was at. I was like, I don't know if the trail is going to lead me back to my bike or what, So anyways, it was about 11 o'clock at night. By the time all these little things kept happening, I dropped my bike at a gas station. And then so when I picked it up, it went into limp mode. And I'm like, how the hell do you get it out of limp mode? This is, so I'm Googling YouTube and trying to figure out how to get a 23 CVO out of limp mode. And I'm like, son of a bitch. So I lost an hour there. And then so like these little things just keep, adding up. And I was like, man, where the hell am I? I don't even know where I'm at. I just keep going to these next stops. I'm like, I don't know if so I look at the map, and I'm looking at where I'm at. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm close to the border. I'm like, I gotta figure out how much time it's gonna take me to get back to the finish point. And then I still got the 6-hour stop that I got to do. So I was like, damn, what the hell? So I'm like, okay. So if I just beeline it right for Republic right now, because I was like, it was 11 o'clock, 12, whatever it was. And I was like, man, I'm getting a little tired. And I'm like, I bring up the group Spot Walla page, and I see all these little busybodies out getting points and scurrying around. I was like, man, I can't call it quit now. Shit. I was like, I got to get some more points. So I was like, all right. The only thing I got left at this point, because I don't want to be late, because if I get a room, I'm probably not going to make it up on time. And then I'm going to hit traffic. So I just said, screw it. I'm just going to ride straight through. So I had to ditch the whole east side of my route so that I could make it back to Republic on time, so that I could have a receipt that starts my sleep bonus. And so my GPS was telling me that I was going to be there at like 7:50. And so I had to be there at no later than 8 o'clock in the morning. And then so my GPS was saying 7:50, and I was like, oh man, this is going to be close, but I'm going to do it, So I'm hauling ass back from, Oklahoma basically. And taking pictures of my receipts, my gas receipts, and I was like, I just did an iron ass. That's cool. I got a certified iron ass. So I was like, I zipped in. I was like, at least I got something out of this deal because I blew half my route. You know what I mean? Trying to get back on time. So I was like, I got something accomplished.
That's
so
the thing.
I zipped into the last bonus stop, and the GPS told me that, and it was a mandatory one, and there was 2 of them close together, but my whole deal, my GPS said I didn't have enough time, right? So the 2 that were close together, I was like, I'm going to go to this one, and then I'm just going to go to Republic, right? And then so when I get there, it's only like 7:15, and then so they're shooing the crackheads out of the park and everything, and I was like one of those guys. I was like, I wish I could have seen myself, because I was like, I've got time. I can go hit that other stop, and I'm like, man, I'm tired. I ain't doing shit. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna get this stop, and I'm gonna call it. And so I got to Republic at 7. It was like 7:48 or 7:38 or something like that. I forget which. So, but it was a great time. I had an awesome time. The dirt roads weren't really even all that bad. It was just, I got a damn blister on my foot from all the walking I was doing on this damn motorcycle rally. So that was something I wasn't expecting. So
yeah, exactly. But they're pretty. The rallies are pretty intense. I think next year we're gonna have to get Gavin on a rally.
That would be cool.
Like maybe Hopper's rally, Gavin want to go on. Maybe we should ask Gavin if he'd go on a rally. So Gavin, you paying attention? Because he's here with us today. He looked bored, so I want to bring him in a little early. How you doing, my man?
Good.
Good.
Let's say hi to Mr. Pajibles. I changed his name.
Where'd you get the pickles from?
Brandy.
Brandy? Well, that was pretty nice. Amy gave me a stress reliever little toy like that, but it wasn't the shape of a pickle. It was the shape of something else, but I'll have to tell you that later in life. I'll give you a hint. There were 2 of them.
So, you want to do a rally, Goat?
Gavin, would you do the rally with Iceman?
Yeah.
Yeah? Would you ride with him?
Ice.
He always has ice.
It was actually cold on this ride. Well, at night it was anyway, in the rain.
Yeah, the rallies are tough. I've never done one like that. So I'm old school like Dylan. We talk about rallies. We talk about going and getting drunk and wrecking motorcycles and doing burnouts and things like that. These new rallies are something that, wasn't around, my younger days. At least I didn't know about it.
Well, it's definitely misleading. I mean, you got, it says rally, it's the same, right? So I tell you what, though, this whole Hops rally, he's got it geared towards people that have never done it and beginners. And then, of course, you got the heavy hitters like, Big Ben. He comes in there and smokes everyone. But it was just a really good time. It was about 40 people that rode. And, it was a great experience. And I mean, I'm definitely hooked, and I'm going to do more of them.
The thing that's cool, about like Big Ben, how he rides, if you can ride like a maniac, that's a plus. If you can navigate like, a madman, that's a plus. If you can get by on limited sleep and navigate, while your rest time is actually picking out new things, that's the trifecta. And that's Ben, man. I mean, there's a reason why he just kicks ass on things, because, you've ridden with him, you know how he rides.
Yeah.
So, you were with when we rode, in Texas with him. So, how he rides. So that kind of riding, when you add the other skills he has, the navigating and the limited sleep and the just straight beast mode he can turn it into, man, like he's a killer, that's for sure.
So I asked him, I said, we were hanging out after the during my sleep bonus, I was waiting, for everybody to show up. And so when he showed up, I was like, so, like, how did you, he was keeping his cards close to the vest, but he was like, he showed me his original route. He goes, but I was making such a good time. He goes, during my rest bonus, he goes, I realized that I could go pick up these other, 5,000 points, by just, I was like, I said, how many waterfalls did you hit? And he goes, I only hit one. And I was like, oh, I hit 4. He's like, yeah, dude. And then that was the other thing too. He goes, man, the roads were just beautiful out here over here on the east side of Texas. And I was like, oh, that's great, Ben.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh,
Hey,
no,
hey,
it was a great
Gavin.
time. And anybody that's ever kind of like wanting to, I didn't, this is a whole new world to me, the long distance guys, watching you guys in the Hokahay and just all of the stuff has just been, I've been riding bikes my whole life and I didn't really know that this world was out there. So that rally that I did with, the Hops rally is just perfect for somebody like me who's just, just been introduced to something completely new.
Yeah, I would love to do it. It's just a terrible time of year for me. I'm
Mhm.
always up in Minnesota that weekend, and I was just getting home. I'm like, I just couldn't swing it. But maybe one of these years I'll be able to get down there. But Gavin, would you ride in Hops Rally next year?
Yeah.
You could have rode with Go Home Ken. He only put on like 110 miles. Went to a bar and ate and hung out at the beach. So I guess the rally is pretty good for some.
Yeah. Yeah, he made the joke that he was like, hey, when we figure out points per mile, I smoked all you guys.
Yeah, he is a mile pounder, but not on that one. But that's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
good.
funny.
But Gavin came on. That's pretty awesome because he wanted to talk about his Monster Day in Texas. So you pretty excited about that, Gavin?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got the date. We got the date slammed down. I talked to your principal. She's going to allow us back in the school, even after my burnout on the school sidewalk when we left the last year. They're going to allow us back. So I thought that was pretty good. And Gavin, I like your sign in the back.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Hey, did you want to ask Dylan something?
Yeah.
What is it?
The one that comes on Monster Day.
Yeah, I'll have to find out when it is. I can shoot for it.
It's January 26th.
We'll see what we can do. I'll get back to you shortly on that. It sounds like a good time to me.
He's done with his busy season at work, so I was hoping he'd be able to do it.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. So let's have to take a week off and go someplace warm. That doesn't sound too bad.
No, last year was really nice. I went and did a 1,000-mile ride on Saturday, but man, the week after I left, they got hit with ice and snow and all kinds of crap. But that would be awesome. But that Monster Day is going to be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming up. And Jason, are you gonna do any more rallies, or are you gonna just do hoppers again? Are you gonna do another?
No, and so that was a big push. He was saying that, if you had a good time, you should go sign up for the Heart of Texas rally. And then so he goes, and then if you didn't have a good time, you should go sign up for the Heart of Texas rally because it's a lot better. But anyways, I was like, no, they open that up. They open the signups for that one, I think, on Thursday on Thanksgiving. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do more stuff. My big thing is I go to reading the rules and I'm like this speeding thing, and I'm like, look, how critical is that element of this? Because I suck at a lot of other things, but I can haul ass. And so that kind of makes up for the things that I suck at, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, risk reward, I can do this, you know what I mean? But so I'm like, if everybody's got to do the speed limit, and I'm like, I'm trying to weigh out some of that stuff because, I'll get better at that other stuff, but my fighting chances, I can drive like a jerk. So
Yeah. I mean, I tell you what, I can relate because that's how I do so well at so many things. I ride like that, like I can ride fast. And a lot of people have, when they ride and they compete in things, they have, safety a lot higher than I ever dream of putting it. Like my my casual day out riding around my house, if I'm just going for a little ride, if I'm taking the wife for a ride, is more aggressive than 90% of the world would ever dream of riding. And that's just my normal way. And then,
Normal, yeah.
yeah, if I'm going to ratchet that shit up, and then, if I'm going to ratchet that shit up, then really, that really catch the attention of people, so
Yeah.
I can relate to that. That's pretty good.
So yeah, it was an awesome time though. I highly recommend it. Anybody that's just even if yeah.
Rules are like guidelines. Even putting your helmet alongside the pictures, that's just a guideline. Like Iceman thought he would do so well that he didn't need those bonus points. That's just he was going to embarrass the crowd.
Yeah. I was like, sheesh, who needs to follow the rules?
Yeah, exactly. That's about it too. All right, well, I'm going to keep moseying on. You want to stay on? Or you want me to kick you out of here?
I'll stay on.
Stay here.
You're going to stay here, Gav?
Yeah.
All right. We got to roll on because we have to talk about honor. Honor is that day 324, and she is killing it. So I'm really looking forward to her getting through December. We're at the final push now. I mean, it seems like yesterday she came to me and wanted to start this. So to look and see her at day 324 is absolutely crazy. I can't imagine riding a motorcycle every day. I've said that from the beginning. I don't know how anybody could do it. I've tried. We started the honor week to honor her just 1 week out of the month. The second week out of the month to ride for 7 days. I have not been able to do that once.
It's hard.
I can't even ride for 7 consecutive days one time. So, I don't know. That is next level right there. So that's pretty cool. So congrats to her on, making something look easy. That's so hard. So she really inspires a lot of people, and it's really cool to see because we're getting a lot of feedback of what she's doing. So that's pretty awesome. So honor, keep on rolling. All right.
Looking forward to seeing what she does on January 1st.
Yeah, knowing honor, she'll go for a ride. She might not ever quit. It might be the honor roll may just be a never-ending revolving thing where she posts something. I'm at day 17 years, 234 days. Right, doesn't have any teeth left. He's had them all knocked out. But she'll still be riding, so that'd be pretty good. But I don't know. I am interested in what she does, so I'm hoping to get down there and ride with her at some point. So we're gonna see how that goes. So it is what it is. So I wish her well. All right, next thing. I keep looking at my screen because I don't have this printed. I talked with Neon Needles today. They're a company that's in Minnesota. They did a bunch of our monster stuff. They did these hats. And they did a bunch of our shirts and things for the Monster 100. But they're great supporters, and they are going to be doing our merchandise. So look for some new stuff coming out. They're going to do it just like we did with Custom Ink, where we're going to have something online, and then you can just go there, buy it, and they will ship it directly to you. And we'll have a date that it's going to run, and then some things we're going to reopen back up and have things like that. So it'll be much easier to do, and I like how Custom Ink does it because we don't have to have a huge inventory, and we don't make a ton of money off it, but we also don't have to have inventory, so we're not losing any money either. And so they're going to do it like that, except now people who support us and who ride and other bikers are going to be making the money instead of Custom Ink. So I like that idea. So that's going to be a win-win for us. So watch for that, and we'll be good to go. What's next? The 13 Days of Christmas. So Gavin, that was your idea. You want to tell people about your idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell them your idea.
I want to give kids presents.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
afford them.
What's that? What was the last part?
Presents.
Yeah, the presents. Gavin had an idea. Gavin had an idea for the monsters to help out some kids with DMD who don't have monsters in their corner all the time. So he came to me with this idea. That's why it's 13 days. If Drew would have came, it would have been 11 days of Christmas. So it was Gavin's idea. That's how we came up with the 13 days. So thanks for coming up with that idea, Gavin. I'm getting some great some list from kids that are sending in their forms. So I'm getting them returned back to me. So that's pretty awesome. I see a lot of kids have a lot of the same interest as you do. But do you know what Teardown is? Teardown, Pokemon, Minecraft, and Roblox. Do you know what that is?
I know what Roblox, Minecraft, and the other one is. I don't know what Teardown is.
I don't know either. What's Roblox?
It's a game that
Game?
has multiple games in it.
Oh, is it fun like that game we played with you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There was something else I want to ask you too. A bunch of them have Lego sets. So Gavin, you need to send me a list of really cool Lego sets that you think they would like.
They have a Harley Davidson one.
Now, how can we not buy that? Right? Is it really hard?
No, but it's expensive.
Yeah, how expensive?
$200.
Oh, that must be a good one then. Do they have an Indian one? Because that's probably cheaper, but doesn't go together quite as nice. No. All right, we're getting some good ones. And we did get a couple from kids that I'm not really sure what they were thinking, but I don't know. It's probably not, their list isn't going to happen. So I did kind of laugh at that. But anyhow.
How many boys do we have on there so far?
On the list?
Yep.
I don't know. We have R5 and I think another 6 so far. But I think a lot of people will be last minute because I have it open until next Tuesday or Wednesday. So because I figure we're trying to do most of the shopping through Amazon. So it's not like I have to order it here, wrap it, and send it to them. We're just going to send it directly from Amazon to them. So as long as I order it by, 1st of December, even up until the 10th or 12th. How long is it taking to get things, Dylan? Is it taking a long time? You would know.
We're not busy yet, but that's all going to change in about probably 5 days. So
that's what I thought, because all of a sudden it just gets slammed.
Right. Yeah, we'll go to work next Monday and it'll be a whole different world. So
yeah, it's crazy. But that'll be good. But so it's going good. The people are donating. It'll be good. Gavin, you sent me your list, right?
The one you made?
Yeah, you got your list. I don't know if I have yours printed off or not. Yours might just be on my phone. You're easy to get a hold of. So I don't know if I did or not. But anyhow, I got to get the rest of our kids so we have them, and then we'll be all good. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, then the winners for the 13 days. We got some cool stuff that we're giving out, and Jug made some really cool stuff. So take a look at that flyer, pass that out, send it to people, because anybody who donates $25 gets their name on a wheel. For every $25 somebody donates, their name is on the wheel, and every day we're going to draw a winner. So somebody who donates is going to win something really cool every day. What you got there, Gavin?
I made this all by myself.
You did?
Yeah, Lego needs to sponsor me already.
Yeah, I think Lego should sponsor you already. That's crazy they don't.
Look at this. There's a roof. And it's the attic. There's an air conditioner.
What?
And then is in the room.
And you made all that?
Yeah. And then
I had Legos when I was a kid, and I didn't accomplish anything like that.
and
Yeah, no
Oopsie.
kidding. I think the goat needs to build us a cabin somewhere.
That's fancier than my first house.
Way fancier than my first house.
Ta-da.
But you didn't tell them what that was.
That's
I
a
looked
house.
at- what is that?
The kitchen. Show them. It even has pizza.
No, that's not the kitchen. That's a balcony.
Oh,
It doesn't come off. It broke it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, we didn't have toys like that when I was a kid. We had Legos, but I just made things that were square. Like a little castle or something. I threw rocks at it.
Door, and there's the kitchen.
Dang, that's highfalutin.
Yeah, it is. Maybe you're going to be an architect.
Yeah.
You could be an architect. That's all done on computers now. Maybe Google it. Craig, that's not the same size as your house. Your house has it beat by at least 3 feet. That's pretty nice, Gavin. You did a good job. That's pretty cool.
How
Yeah.
long did it take you?
3 months.
no, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Months? I don't think so.
2, 1. 1 month.
No.
I would say 1 weekend, how you go at it.
If I add up the hours, it would be 4 days.
4 days?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You did a nice job. You did a nice job. So you have to get me what Legos I need to send kids, okay? So you look it up and make sure I can find it on Amazon. Find me the cool stuff. And are there any Nerf guns that are easy for you to use? Because I thought they were kind of all hard, but some people had easy to use Nerf guns.
Blasters.
What's that?
The gel blasters.
That's what I thought. Gel blasters. I think I'm just gonna send kids what I like, and then they'll just kind of let the parents, like if they're anti-gun or something, we're just gonna load them up with guns and dangerous things, and I'm gonna have it shipped to me first, so I can take all that safety crap out of them because they have like little orange things on the barrel that I took out of yours, and safety glasses that we threw away, all that kind of stuff. And I got shot in the eye by Twister as soon as I didn't have safety glasses on too. Did it hurt when you got shot with the blaster?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
It gave me red dots.
We'll say it's because Hopper shot you at close range, huh?
That's what I love about Hopper. Everything else that we do doesn't look quite as bad. Like when I ride, I'm like, well, I was going fast, but I wasn't going Hopper fast, and like I shot Gavin too, but I didn't shoot him from 2 feet away. So, I don't look so bad. Right, Gav? Is Hopper like kind of the bad boy of monsters?
Yeah.
The monster bully?
Yeah.
He's the monster bully. I think he's the bad boy of the monster. So I'm more tame and gentle, right?
You better remember who lives closer and comes and takes you riding.
Maybe.
Oh, that's funny. All right, I got to move on, Gav. Let's see what's you want to stick around?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got the Monster K. The flyer is up for that as well. Share that. Let people know what's up so you can sign up. What we're doing to what it's going to benefit. That's all coming out after the first of the year. But that flyer is about signing up and what it's about. So just pay attention to that. All the details are on the website. The Hokahay as well. Anybody that's riding the Hokahay, email me that PDF. And after the first year, we're going to start on that, even though like Frankie Mountains, he's already into fundraising for the Hockey right now. He's got fundraisers that end in January, or December, I mean. I usually don't start the Hockey that soon, so I like the close-up, Gav.
Yeah.
All right, and our Monster Miles, that season is just about done. Frankie Mountains, Michael Lamb, they're both smoking it, but a bunch of people are cranking in. That will go, all the things will run right to the end of the year, and then we will crown the champion. The end of the year is the end of it, unless somebody has a lead that is not going to be touched, no matter what somebody does. Then we'll acknowledge that earlier, but otherwise it's the end of the year. The Monster Day in Texas, we're going to have a meeting about that so we can get that dialed in. Looks like we're going to have 13, 14 people there, so that's going to be a pretty epic day, right? Yeah, we got to get some commitments from some folks, and then we'll be good to go. Let's see. The Hero Program. If any kids you find out have DMD, one of the kids that sent this in lives not far from me. I have a good friend that lives in the town he lives in. So within 45 minutes, he's over in Phillipsburg. And I'd heard that there was a boy over there that has DMD, but nobody had ever reached out. I hadn't heard from him. But anyhow, so he lives very close. So I was surprised that I hadn't heard of that boy before this. So anyhow, that's that. Anybody that wants, if you talk to anybody they're interested in the Hero Program, there's a form they can fill out. But the 13 days, that just goes on for everybody. So that's got nothing to do with the Hero Program. We're just helping some kids out if you haven't had a good idea. So the Hero news, I'm going to turn over to Dylan because Dylan's going to take care of talking about the boys, and he can talk about, because he was doing research and everything. So Dylan, man, it's on you now.
Well, I don't have a whole lot. Really, I was thinking I'd just get some bonus news, but yeah, things have been pretty quiet for most of them. So I'll just start with the list here. Same with last time. So yeah, Alfie's back in school. He had a couple weeks off. He's feeling good again. He's still got like a little slight cough, but everything's going just fine for him. And of course, his dad, Jamie, said that there was really no news going on. But here it turns out, I just saw it on Facebook right after he told me there was no news, that Alfie is doing the town Christmas light switch or whatever and turning everything on Thursday. So that's a pretty big deal. I looked into Newry, and it's like a town of like 28,000 people, give or take. So, there's a lot of people that selected Alfie. So that was pretty neat. So
yeah, their town is a big town. It's really a nice town, but it's not like a little, they told me it was small. I expected like small, like the town I grew up in, but it's not. It's like maybe not as big as Brainerd, but it's a big town. It's a big town. There's hotels and bars and a river, and it's pretty cool. So for him doing that light show and being the one who flips the switch is pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's kind of a big deal over there, I think. So,
and I'm just laughing here, Dylan, because like that's how you take the focus off your funny tooth. Just put Gavin on the screen.
Good. So yeah, that's what's going on with Jack anyway, or not Jack, Alfie. And then for Drew, yeah, he's excited about Thanksgiving. He's getting Thanksgiving from both grandmas, so that's kind of cool. He's all excited about the food and everything. And plus all of his friends are going to be off of school, so that's more gaming time for all of them. So he's happy about that. So things are looking good for Drew. And then Gavin, what do you got for news?
Pickles.
Your mom says you're happy and healthy. Is that close?
Questionably close.
Yeah, what'd you do?
All right.
Tell Dylan what you did today.
I went to the dentist.
See, that's news too. I didn't hear about that. See, I'm the worst news gather-upper guy that I've ever seen. But everybody tells me there's nothing to report, and you're at the dentist. But
Yeah.
You should have gone to Riot's dentist.
I am going to the dentist tomorrow morning. So hopefully they can plug my gap. Otherwise, I'm just gonna leave it like this and just, see how it goes. It does make my Facebook way more entertaining with my tooth like this. Like I actually laughed at all the comments and all the memes and all the stuff people posted.
All right, so is that it on you, Gavin? And thanks for inviting me to Monster Week. The more I sit here and think about that, the more I got to get in on that deal. So, especially if I get some bonus time with the goat while I'm down there. So we'll see what we can do.
Tell him you
All right.
skip school for a week, huh? So all the bonus time he wants.
Hey, we got a pretty good deal with his school. We know exactly how to get him out of there and when we can get him out. So it all works out pretty good. But the day we're doing Monster Day, they have a half a day. So we're gonna do something in the afternoon, and then Manny's gonna grill out for us, and have a big housewarming party at their new house. Manny just hasn't been told about it yet.
Surprise!
Surprise. We're having a housewarming party with monsters at your house on the 26th. All right. Who else you got there, Dylan?
All right. Well, then Jack. I didn't get anything on Jack. I don't know if you've got anything.
I did, because the only thing I got was his mom's everything got hacked. So she can't get into Messenger, Facebook, or anything, including Jack's Journey. So
that's why I didn't hear from.
Exactly. I got to go through WhatsApp. So anyhow, and she's not like crazy active on social media, so why anybody would hack her shit, I have no idea. Like it's like, like you plan to rob a bank and you go to one that deals in pennies. It just doesn't make much sense. But anyhow, so they did that. But yeah, he was doing good though.
Right on. All right, and that brings us to Turbo. He had a little scare on Friday. He went to the emergency room. What was it, potassium or something? I don't know any of these words, but so he's feeling good now. I got a little info on Turbo that I didn't know. He's apparently a picky eater. I thought he was all about the food, but he's extremely picky. And on Thanksgiving, he's going to have chili fries. He's never had a Thanksgiving dinner or a turkey dinner.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'd have never guessed that. So he likes his ribs, enchiladas, but that's about it. He's an extremely picky eater, which I had no idea. So that was some extremely good Monster Hero news,
That was top tier, man. You are a news gatherer. I don't know what the hell award they give people when they are spot on with gather news, but whatever that is, you got that. So we'll just call it the Dylan Award.
Right on.
Guess what?
What, Gavin?
I grew an orange from an apple tree and made lemonade with it.
You what?
I grew an orange from an apple tree and made lemonade with it.
You grew an orange from an apple tree?
And made lemonade with it.
How do you grow an orange from an apple tree? Isn't it an orange tree if it grew an orange? Like, I'm lost. Oh, I only have one tooth. Was it good?
At school, they have oranges that look like lemons.
Ah. Was it good?
I don't eat school food.
You don't eat school food?
The beans take 40 seconds to fall off the spoon.
So that's what you do? I don't have any. I do have a spoon. You take a spoon and you tip it over and you see how long it takes to fall off. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
See, we had to eat school lunch when I was a kid because that's all you had. So eat school lunch or don't eat at all.
Here your mom was telling me earlier that you and your brother would eat just about anything. So I don't know. We'll have to go back in and investigate that a little further.
Mushrooms and
eat pickle. I know he eats pickles and Mexican food like crazy, so I think he's all right. Too funny.
Really, yeah, that's about all I have on Hero News. So
Yeah, I don't
there's
know.
no news and good news. It's good when things are quiet. So
Yeah, the only thing I'll add with turbo is I have no idea what a top fuel car is. I never saw one in my life, but they sound incredible. So when he was at that, I was out of town when he was doing that, so that wasn't last week, but it was the week before. But man, that sounds incredible. I was watching some of his videos, and I kind of want to go to one now just to watch, just to hear him roar by. So I don't know anything about that. Have you ever been to those, Dylan? Because they do a shit ton of those right in Brainerd. I never went.
yeah, they do the national series here in town. In fact, growing up, my dad was in printing and he did all the promotional stuff for the NHRA series. So we got free tickets to all that stuff. And yeah, we spent a lot of time there as kids. But yeah, right now I live like 23, 24 miles from there and I can hear them when they run.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You can hear them from your house?
Yeah, it's over 20 miles away. Yeah, we can hear them really good.
You can
Yeah, we
feel
don't-
them go by if you're there. You could feel that energy as they go past you. It's crazy.
That is
Yeah, I haven't
crazy.
been there in a handful of years now, but yeah, as a kid, like I say, my dad was involved with all that, like all those little flyers that they, print out and people autograph, whatever. He made all of those, so they would go and get all those signed by everybody and watch the races. It was a good time. But yeah, it's been a few years now.
Now that I'm missing some teeth, I kind of, I don't know why, but I get an urge to go to like NASCAR and like the funny car series. So I'm like, I don't know, it's like something came over me. Like I woke up without a tooth and I'm like, man, I kind of want to go to a NASCAR. And then I hear I hear that funny car stuff and I'm like, that sounds awesome. So I kind of want to check that out. So maybe next year I'll plan a ride so I can roll through town when there's something going on up there. We can go hit that.
See, it's kind of boring to watch on TV, I think. But yeah, if you're there and you see it, it's really something. So, and I've never been to a NASCAR race, and I think NASCAR is boring. Maybe if I showed up at one, it'd be really cool. I don't know.
I don't like NASCAR at all, and I went to the one in Vegas, and I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty cool. Like I was kind of drunk, and the seats are way high, so it was a little different. And I guess the really good seats at NASCAR are up high, not like football where you're down low. Because a friend of mine won the tickets, and he didn't want to go, and they were super expensive, but they were up high, and they were a really nice, beautiful view of the whole place. But I don't know. I didn't need to stay there for 500 miles. Like I could have got the last 50 and I would have been good, like a little banged up out there and in Vegas, living the Vegas lifestyle. So, but it was fun. But I rode in NASCAR. My wife gave me one of those NASCAR experiences. So that was pretty fun to actually drive it. So I'd recommend that to anybody, even if you're not a NASCAR fan. That was pretty epic. All right. Let's see. All I got is our next big thing coming up is the 13 Days of Christmas. That is basically here. We're fundraising for it. And you're going to see the gifts. I'm going to try to screenshot the gifts we send to kids. And then I'll try to get a little interaction with them. But they're filling out a form for me. And, and then we're going to get our own kids. So that's the biggest thing, too. This is going to fund getting our own kids their stuff. So keep that in mind. And if you donate and there's something you have in mind for one of the kids you want it to go to, shoot me ideas, text me, put it in the comments, anything you do. I appreciate all the input you can get. So I run out of things, ideas. That's why I like talking to the boys to get ideas about what they like, what they can use, what's appropriate, that's kind of thing. How do we donate? Good question. On the website, there is a link. On Facebook, there is a link, and it's on our flyer. So the flyer has all the details, and the website, it's a Give Butter, and I should have that right in front of me, but I don't. Sorry.
It's Doogie
What's that?
It's the Doogie. It's a
What is
Doogie
it, Gift Butter /Xmas 13? Is that
Yeah, It ends in Xmas 13. I know that, but anyhow, it's on the flyer. It's on the flyer. It'll be on that flyer is going up on our website hopefully tonight. So if I can get it done. So like I say, I'm heading out tomorrow and I'll be gone. I got a ticker appointment at the doctor. That's how you know you're getting old. Tomorrow I have to get up early to go to a cardiac appointment, and I have to leave there at a normal time to go to a dentist to get my tooth fixed. And if there's time before I run out of town, I'm going to the chiropractor so they work on my spine or the spine center. So
you're not going to swing by and get your eyes checked too while you're at it. I mean, just make it the full Monty.
Like I don't know. I'm just like, it's a little depressing, and I feel like, damn, like I don't know what happened, but in the last 5 or 10 years, it's just falling apart. So I don't know. I wish it was something more exciting. Like I wish I was a young guy and I got in a good barroom brawl or something, and some young kid got a good whack in and knocked my tooth out. But don't have any fun stories like that. I was in bed by 8:30. woke up and the tooth got free and came out. So it's all good. But that's my day. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I want to thank everybody for donating to our Christmas, to all our causes. Really, they all benefit these boys like Gavin right there, and some other strangers we're gonna meet. But I want to thank everybody for that. All of our sponsors. We're picking up new sponsors for next year. We got Neon Needles on board with helping us out. That's going to be awesome. So look for their stuff. If anybody needs any printing done or any shirt work done like that, they're a smaller place. They can, custom make things if you want to have 6 shirts made. But, keep in mind, it'll just be a little expensive for that little bit. But happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you, Gavin, for coming on. I appreciate you, man. I love you have the same attention span I have. Like you sat there when you're off screen for a little while and I can see you bopping around. You're like, to hell with this, Riot. Either get me on or I'm getting out of here. So that was pretty good. But Jason, thanks for giving us the input on Hops Rally. I appreciate it.
No, appreciate it. Thanks for let me come on here and talk about it. It was a good time.
Hell yeah,
My name
good to
is
see you.
Achilles.
And will you please answer my text that I never sent you?
I'll get right on that. I'll go get my son and just say, hey, can I see what Riot sent you?
Can I see what Riot? And I got to go back and look at it too, because Hopper didn't reply, you and Twister. And I'm like, well, what the hell, man? Like, so I sent Twister a message and she's like, I'm not that good with words. And then she like totally killed it after I hassled her. And I said, either you send me a quote or I'm going to make up a quote. And when I told her what I was going to make up, then she changed her mind and she decided to send me a quote, because I was going to put a picture of Twister and just say Riot has the best looking bike. He is by far, the bike of choice. Like there's not
He's an awesome pilot. He's
an awesome pilot. And I was going to put on there, like all of the kids, they all think that Riot is the best biker and he's by far their favorite, and then put, beside Twister. And all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, she sends me a text. She changed her mind and she decided that her words were going to be just perfect. And they were really good too. So it was good. And then Craig, what do you got? Riot doesn't reply. I reply. When did I not reply? I got it before I argue with Craig. I'm not going to argue with anybody when I sound like this, so that's out of the question. But just
sucker and succotash.
Yeah, sucker and succotash. Yeah, last time he sent me a text, I replied to it, so I don't know what he's talking about. Oh wait, he might have called me. If he called me, I could be in trouble. Well, there could be a phone call I might have ignored. So that might have been what Craig's talking about. But anyhow, that's all I got. Anybody else got anything?
I'm
Pickle,
good.
pickle, pickle.
Thanks for the
Pickle.
invite, Gavin. Hopefully see you in Texas.
Pickle says too. And
Well, and then I'll see everybody after Thanksgiving, and if they don't get my tooth fixed, then I hope you guys get used to the new sound because this will be the new riot. So, and then when I yell at people, I want them to take me serious too. Awesome, man. You guys take care. To everybody out there, happy Thanksgiving. You guys don't need to go anywhere. I'm just going to end the live stream, but you'll still be there. Peace.